Last night was very harsh conditions, and I do not recommend people trying this. Do not risk your life doing something like this. Myself, I have many years of experience doing this type of stuff, and I did it as safe as possible. This is not something that I recommend anybody just going out and doing. Hello. Tonight what I'm going to do is I brought out my personal survival kit. This is the one that I put together for my environment and my own skill set. This is what I throw on my pack if I'm going out scouting or for a day hike and such. Just because with the gear in this pack, most situations I should be fine. I believe that if I can throw on a 10-pound pack, that once I throw that on and walk a little bit, I don't even feel that it's on there. So to me, it's very important that with a 10-pound pack, I can have the gear I need to be able to survive and possibly make a deadly situation into a camp out for the night. Now the first thing what I've done is I put my ridge line across here. Now I can take out my tarp and start this going back. Now what I've done is right where I'm going to sleep, I have a higher spot because tonight it's going to be a lot of rain and I do not want it to run down onto me. So being up higher is very important. Also have a lower spot here out front. That means the water will go down that way and away from where I'm sleeping. Very important, like I said, where you actually put your shelter. Now, what I did also, normally what I would have to do is make a bow bed, but this here is a sleep pad, and I can sleep right on this, and it saves me the work and the time to make a bow bed. And as you see, it's so small and compact and weighs very little. Definitely worth the carry. So what I've decided on is my dual survival blanket, the heat sheet. The Go Systems, I can use that as a bivvy if I like as well. But this one here is just a little bit larger. It's a full 8 feet across, and I'm going to want that for the coverage. But the Go Systems bivvy, I can crawl right in if I have any rain that's blowing in the sides and such. But I also have my Snug Pack quart system that has a bivvy as well. So that was very important because you don't always get rain that comes straight down. It can blow in through the sides and such. It can blow in through the front. So having a waterproof cover can be very important. What I've laid down first is that tarp that I carry in this pack. Now, like I said, I've got the bivvy for 2 Go Systems, but I also have my quart system sleeping bag here and bivvy. Now this system is meant so I'm not fire dependent most of the time. In colder nights and such, if I'm cold with this, I can start a fire, but it means I'm not going to need as much firewood. So it's a help even in that instance, because you may not be able to find enough firewood to keep you going all night. So having something like this can help save on firewood and even time. So I've got this set up now, and what I decided was I just put the air mattress underneath and the bivvy and sleeping bag on top. Now I've got my bag sitting just at the foot and inside. Rain's way out here, about a foot or so overhang. I'm a good 18 inches, 2 feet back, so I should be fine in this setup. Now, I could start a fire out here if I needed to. There's going to be heavy rains. It's kind of difficult to keep it going unless I put that other tarp out. But with this bag here, it weighs very little, very compact. I'm not fire dependent. Now right now is most likely the time that people would get their shelter set up. It's going to be dark within a half an hour or so. Give yourself enough time to set up your shelter and be prepared for the night. Now I also, in this kit, I have a light that I always take with me. I can use this on a ball cap, I can use this as a lamp, or I can use it just as a flashlight. Very nice light. This is the ThruNite T10, takes one AA battery. I also have a spare battery in my case. So having a light out here is very important. If I have to get up for any reason, go away from camp, or even to see and get the material that I need while I'm out here. You can hear that it has started raining. It started raining about half an hour ago, around 10:30. And I'm just laying in here right now. I'm dry. And I wanted to just come out here and use my kit. Show how I would use my kit. I wanted to make a kit that I could turn a deadly situation into an overnight campout in most situations. Now, with this here, it's raining, it's windy, and it's just above freezing. These can be deadly situations. This can be deadly conditions. So, with this gear, it can increase your chances a lot. I'm not fire dependent. I should be fine with the gear I got. And it's so easy just to throw in a pack 10 pounds. I keep mentioning that because that is really no weight to have the gear out here if you are serious about surviving. You can see that no water is getting inside. But if you lift it up, water's just running. So it's almost time for bed. It's been raining now for about an hour and a half, and it's been heavy rain to medium rain, and it's been a constant wind and sometimes heavy gusts, but I'm staying dry in here and rather comfortable. As I'm laying here and listening to the rain on the shelter, it got me thinking. I'm nice and dry in here, and this type of shelter works great with a long fire. It works in the rain, as you see. And it's a very good option. It's very quick to set up. That is a very good reason for carrying this type of shelter. You don't always find the time to make a natural shelter. I've made many natural shelters over the years, and they take time.
and they take resources. Something like this is quick and easy, and a lot of times you may not have the time to build a natural shelter. And if you've never actually tried it, to get one that doesn't leak takes time, believe me. So this is working great right now. I'm enjoying it. Just laying here and listening to the rain. And now it's thundering out. Thunder and lightning was not in the forecast. But that's the realism of going out into the forest. You never know what the weather's going to bring. Sure, you can hear that, and I've almost dozed off a couple times, but the tarp that's snapping from the rain every once in a while, it's pretty loud, and it's keeping me awake. I'll eventually fall asleep, but I'm sure that it will be a restless sleep. It will be off and on because of the sound of the rain. But I'm dry, I'm comfortable, and I'm warm. I'm gonna give you an update. It's 20 after 4 right now. I'm sleeping well. I just woke up again after a couple hour nap. But yeah, I'm warm, toasty. It's working well. Most likely the next time I wake up it will be daylight, but I stayed dry. It's still dripping. It got pretty wild there for a while, quite a bit. It's pretty heavy rains. I am glad that I've got this gear, believe me. It's daylight. The rain has stopped. As you hear, it's rather windy. It's very foggy. And it's still dripping and such, but the rain has stopped for now. As you can see, my sleep system is not wet, nor is my sleep mat. Held up well. There was a strong wind at times. As you see, it's a foggy morning. It's worked out rather well. That's the current temperature right now, about 6 Celsius. So last night I wanted to come out here and show you the setup I would use with my gear. I have a couple other tarps in there, and I could have done other setups as well, but I wanted to set this up because this is my standard go-to setup, because I can use it with a long fire and so on. Also, in the winds, I wanted to see how it held up, because I've had it in wind before, but this here was some strong gusts. Now, I was dry and I was warm all night, so with this setup and the gear I have, I was able to make a disastrous, very harsh conditions weather into just an overnight camp out. I had a good time. It was a very noisy under the tarp, but I was able to sleep some, and it's a nice feeling to know that you're nice and dry even in those conditions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link in the description that you can click on it and see the gear that I carry in that backpack. And just having a few more items that weighs very little can make all the difference. I want to thank you for watching. Take care, and this is another nice night out in the bush. Take care.